What do you mean that all white town failed? How could a self-proclaimed superior race fail at anything? It's so many of them that don't want to be around other races. How do you fail at building something for you by you? If every white racist moved to that town and support that town, y'all should be good. Your own government, your own restaurants, your own little honky tonks. But you failed. Give black people a chance to do something like that. And don't tear it down and watch what happens. Give Hispanic people a chance to build something like that and watch what would happen without tearing it down. Complain, complain, complain.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills, in the state of Arkansas, women take care of the children who live here full time.
It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society. No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills, in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only.
Now, watching this video, I'm struck by how good of an idea this is. Yes, let's quarantine racists to the woods, and they can just live in a seasoning-free zone, and they can just live out their bland, bigoted existence without bothering me. I like this. These white folks said they're done with everybody. They don't want no soul food, no salsa, no Szechuan chicken. They don't want no catfish, gefilte fish. They don't want no hummus. They don't want no naan bread. No, they want venison, boiled goose, and bratwurst. That's the extent of the palate you finna get in this town. So, in Return to the Land, you taking all kinds of races. I hope you take the covert races too, because man, I'm having a hard time sifting out who's who. Because if all the kinds of racists is there, I know that the white folks who's left is actually cool. I mean, this is so good for them undercover haters because they can get out my comment section pretending to be objective and actually live free to be who they really are among folk just like them. I can hear the real estate commercials now. Tired of black folks knocking you the fuck out because you thought the N-word was for everybody? Return to the land. Tired of those pesky immigrants building your houses and picking your fruit? Well, now you can deport yourself if you return to the land. Tired of those men in drag reading books to your kids that aren't the Bible? Well, now you can cross-dress with other repressed Christian cowboys in your very own Brokeback Mountain. Just return to the land. It's crazy to me how these racists are taking their ball and going home like it's our loss. Like, punk, don't nobody want white neighbors like you. You're doing us a favor. They don't see how the critique they have for immigrants is really like true for them. Like, dog, it's you who's not assimilating into America as it is. You're the one having a problem with everybody having constitutionally guaranteed rights because you seem to be allergic to fairness. You're the one literally running with your tail tucked to the woods because you're afraid of the demographic shift that you caused. So you and your hunting buddies go to the woods and do whatever redneck Game of Thrones bullshit you was gonna do without black folk.
Over the years, racism has worn different faces, different colors, different attitudes, and it has come up with different slogans from time to time. And what is happening in Arkansas is not, a strange to the American societies. From cult movements to separatist groups, from different fractions from time to time, we have seen this kind of actions being taken by people who feel they have an agenda, a vision of building a society, an ecosystem out of external infiltration. So to say, like the kind of movement you had with the German, post-German, I would say pre-German movement that was held by Hitler of purifying the German blood by raising people that they felt were superior. And that was the case that happened in this place, an all-white town. And guess what? The town is falling apart. If you're a Jew, you're not welcome. If you're Hispanic, you're not welcome. Just outright white. And so we're looking at, the subject matter that concerns this and people's reaction, believing that if it was an all-white town, it should succeed. Haven't put into the fact that other races might possibly be the reasons why things have not really been working out for you guys. So if you're coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. Feel free to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, so that when we bring updates, you'll be first to be notified. So we'll dive in right into the video. We'll have a couple of videos to share with you, and after which we'll come back to give you our final analysis on the subject matter. So see you next.
Tell that town who will not allow black people to live there, God bless you. But since you won't let black people move into that all-white town in Arkansas, I wanted to read for you your HOA, since black people can't live there. In Arkansas, zoom the camera in. I got to tell y'all this. If you live in that whites-only town in Arkansas where black people are not allowed to live, here's your rules of engagement for the neighborhood association. Only put up stop signs. Because if you put up a red light, a black man made that. Pull it down. In that all-white town, only serve your kids jelly sandwiches. They can't eat peanut butter because a black man made that. When you build your houses, don't use a vacuum cleaner because a black man made that. When you go to press your clothes, don't use an ironing board because a black man made that. If you got an iPhone, throw it away because all of the ingredients on the inside come from the soil of Africa. Don't use it there.
Welcome everybody to the second meeting of our newly established in Breedia, a whites only town. Today I would like to discuss what laws we would like to see put in place. Do I have any ideas? Yes. No seasoning on chicken. Absolutely no seasoning on chicken. I always say when it comes to chicken, the more white, the more right. In fact, if you boil your chicken, you can get it even whiter. So I would strongly recommend that. Do we have any other ideas? Yes. No vaccines. Well, that's a gimme, Bill, you fucking idiot. If it can't be healed with ivermectin, then we will just die. We can make polio great again. Do I have any other ideas? Yes. We need a flag. I couldn't agree more.
Pictures at Central, I see me smiling. That was also a strategy. The nature of racism, hatred, all those things is to dim your smile, dim your beauty, dim every aspect of you, and I wasn't going to let him do it to me. We were harassed every day, inspiring, brave. We turned away, heads held high. We walked the halls, and I walked like I belonged. Oh, yes, like I belong. Little Rock 9.
In the fall of 1957, Minnie Jean Brown Trickey took her rightful place in what had previously been a whites-only school, and she helped set America on a path towards desegregation in public schools. Please rise and give a very warm and loving welcome to Miss Minnie Jean Brown Trickey.
Honestly, in a million years, I could not have anticipated what it was going to be like. I actually rely on the photos. The people screaming hatred behind us and the soldiers not letting us go in. Also, the horror of what people were screaming and saying. I was so scared. They were saying, hang them. They were saying, kill them. I saw them, and I said to myself, I will never behave like that for any reason toward anyone as long as I live. I was a kid who was told that our enemy was the Soviets and we were hiding under the desks, and I was doing all the anthems and singing all the songs. And then on that day, I was really disappointed, and I just lost so much of my beliefs.
Charlie H. wanted to know what gave you the courage to walk the halls every day.
There were 20 nice kids who would either speak to us or smile at us. There were about 300 really mean kids, but then that meant there were 1,700 silent witnesses who stood by and said nothing. So if you're walking through terror, if somebody smiles with a genuine smile, you're feeling, oh, there's hope. There's hope. What makes me interested in interacting with young people is because I know who I was, and I value that in young people. I just want them to know that they are capable of so much and that they don't have to tolerate things the way they are. We have kids who have families who are being picked up and brutalized by ICE. I'm not sure if it was like that for me. So my so-called courage is small compared to what they have to come up with in their everyday lives, and I want them to feel up to the challenge.
We have heard that you were especially targeted of all of the 9, so I was wondering if you could expound on perhaps why.
A sociologist did interviews with white women about their experience at Central, and they said, we hated that Minnie Jean so much. She walked the halls of Central like she belonged there. This is what people said. Excuse me, wherever you walk like you belong there, okay? That is my challenge to you, okay? Walk like you belong because you do. My name is Minnie Jean Brown Trickey, and this is my brief but spectacular take on walking like you belong.
Oh, let them build a white-only community in Arkansas. They'll find out. They'll find out how bored they are. I mean, without Mexican, indigenous, black, Asian influences, like, what are they even doing? Like just eating mayonnaise and listening to country music, I guess? Like, I'd be really worried about the kids in that community, though, right? Like, they're going to become the entertainment in an evil sort of way, but other than that, just let them have their experiment.
There's a clear case of what I call a social experiment where a group of people feel that they could thrive by themselves, introducing exclusivity in a society, modern society such as the United States of America, by not welcoming Asians, not welcoming African Americans, not welcoming foundational black people. And that is crazy, and they have seen it. And so if you really want to run an all-white community within Arkansas, I think the proper thing to do is to ensure that you don't use anything that has been invented by a black person or of Asian descent or any other race. And that is really silly. Number 2, it gives me rise for thoughts. If you're creating a community in Arkansas, what does that community comprises of? Does it include all of the skilled persons that you will need to build a kind of society that you want to build within the state? Do you have the manpower? Do you have the labor? Do you have all the skills that you need? Do you have your own schools where your children will be schooling in? Do you have your own kind of food? No soul food from black folks or any other nations. Do you have your own way of life? And when you look at it for a nation that has lived, and have what we call cross-cultural values, it becomes a very silly and crazy idea in the first place. And I'm really wondering who really came up with that idea, because it is quite obnoxious. And this is not to insult anybody, but that is basically what it is. And so I want to know really what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section. If you're coming across my YouTube channel, feel free to hit that notification button, subscription button to encourage your dear brother. Trust to see you again on my next video. I want to know what your opinions are in the comment section again.